We are back aboard Norna. Norna's coming back together. What you doing, Pete?
Blowing up the last of these beams.
Awesome.
Hopefully.
And then hopefully there's just a couple more beams to fix, right, or something? Up, forward, and...
I'm mostly on the outside cap arrow.
Okay.
Pieces that need to start flying.
And then we're ready to put the white cedar down.
Yeah.
And then, guess what came in the mail from, where was it from? Jamestown Distributors. The oakum and the cotton.
Joshua Oakum.
And I'm just varnishing away. The hatch is off and I varnished all that over there, including the center part of that hatch part. Focus, Courtney, focus.
Pay the fuck attention, will ya? Fuck this up now.
Don't fuck it up now.
So this goes right in here. I'm gonna try this a different way than how I did it originally.
Why?
Because I think it's gonna work better. You see it?
Before, after,
Teak.
and then look at what the varnish will look like. After, before, after. Are you happy? I started sanding the stem. And then I'm going to sand the transom too, because those are the two things you can't really get at from the water. And I might even sand this too.
Look, I've already repaired it here. And it's bad. It's okay here, but look, it's bad on that end down there. See it down there? On the end?
Yeah, where there's a big black hole over there.
Yeah, I just tore that out. And look, this is all rotted. And this is loose. Look how loose it is. And it's a huge gap that can't ever be filled.
Right.
So I'm thinking that take that plank off and call it a day. And tomorrow I can start fitting these in.
Okay.
All I gotta do is drill a hole and cut. You know, cut it and then take out the pieces.
We're getting farther and farther and deeper, but you know?
Yeah, if you don't do it right, it's gonna be more.
Yeah.
And this beam could be bad underneath there. I can tell that that's bad. That's been leaking a while. I'll just have to cut like a scarf piece in for that oakum. And that's what I'm thinking of knocking the bolt out of there, but we'll see.
There's a bolt that runs. You can see the bolt right there.
Yeah.
That runs through. How far does it go?
All the way to, that's that one on the inside that leaked that we probably ran right down the bolt.
Mm-hmm.
So if we fix that and seal it, if I knock it in, glue it up, and then that's it on this side, and this is all ready to go. And this laying the decking down won't take long once we mill it up.
Sand this out tomorrow. Credit. He's been using mostly hand tools to repair Norna because he hasn't been able to, well, he doesn't have the tools like he does at his wood shop. He's been using planes, and luckily we found this cute little rabbit plane as well, which has come in very handy for that, as well as chisels, sharpeners, Right now it's kind of the end of the day. We're kind of winding down. I'm waiting for him to finish so he can get water, so he can take showers. Circular saw. Jigsaw. While I'm waiting for him, we wanted to put a little dolphinite in between this and this on the light here. And we're missing some of the bolts on the top, so I was gonna put new bolts on there and seal it up. Alright, dolphinite and all the little things on. Feels good to get small jobs done too, even though we're doing the big jobs. Small jobs, you know, you gotta get them done. I got some caulking still to do. I saw a loose screw here and there. I varnished the stem. You should see the grain in this thing. Look at that. Look at that. This is where the leather goes, so it's gonna look a little muddy for a minute. But it's soaking in pretty good. But look at that grain. Wow. It's gonna soak in. It's gonna take a few coats before it's fully varnished. Put another little bit on the top of that thing and along the sides. Finally starting to fill in. So now I'm going to eat lunch, and then I'm going to sand this back here. Get this all sanded. And I've got one last little bit of Lee tokens left, and I think I'll have enough to do this. And then I'm out. This is going to look gorgeous. I mean, just look at some of this grain. That just pops out when you use this Lee tokens. I know it's kind of dusty, but look at that. Is that beautiful or what? Here's some of the cool details about Norna. Is the carvings. And actually on her back burr, that wind is cold. It's chilly today. On her back tiller, which I can't wait to sand and varnish this. This is gonna look really cool when I finally get the grain back. But it's got a wave. See, the good thing about this water-based was that it was a good sealer, and we had already taken off all the varnish. So varnish was no more on Norna. We had just used all of it water-based on the outside of the boat. And, which is a good thing because this Lee tokens, they recommend that you take off all the varnish before you put the Lee tokens on. So we've already done that. Now all we gotta do is scuff her down and put a nice fresh coat of Lee tokens on. What are you doing, Pete?
Trying to get enough wood on that giant little open log we got to finish.
Trying to stretch wood?
These are going to be the ribs underneath the deck beams we cut back. I got to put a little angle on it like that because the deck runs downhill.
Time to get the wood stretcher out.
It's a little wavy, but hard to get everything perfectly straight when you're using
hand tools. I should get my sanding stiff. Back to work with us scallywags. Made some soup for lunch. It's cold. This will rescue my fingers because I'm using 60 grit. It'll really tear up your pads, your fingers. Like my hands will be sore at the end of the day. Anyways, I'm just kind of hand sanding all the places that I couldn't get to with the sander. Lots of scabbed in pieces here. But that's okay. That's just what it is. Look at this flower. I like the flower. That's my favorite part. I think that came out pretty. Nice repair, Pete.
Thanks.
So how much of this back part have you replaced over the years? Alright, I'm gonna get started on sanding the transom. And Pete noticed the back railing is the taff rail is pretty wiggly. Has a rot in the dinghy davits. Those things are always rotten. There's always something rotten about those. They're rotten? Let's unbolt them and bring them to Florida. Have you got the hardwood yet?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Had to cut the
For here.
piece. Ooh.
What to do with that? The end of that's not too bad, but that's why the deck's still down front.
Yep.
These things kind of just went.
Not with Norna. Just don't know. You never know. And right now we're doing what we gotta do to fix her. So she's been needing this for a long time. Obviously. Seems like certain little details are being removed. Zip ties, wires, things that we finally thought we were finished with are being moved around and adjusted to make way to repair other things. But like a boat, it's never done. So I'm just gonna have to make do with whatever we got going on.
Something just broke. See that?
No.
You had a whole thing. Oh, that whole thing broke.
The whole thing.
This whole piece.
That was rotten. That's why the deck was caving in here. Found it. Cool. Well, now you know. Wow. The deck's been caving in on this side for a long time. It's been kind of sagging. This is what the Florida sun does to a boat. We're trying to keep it alive as long as we could when we were in Florida, but it was not a happy boat. Cooking while driving. We're gonna go to our little spot over there because it's a little bit more level than here. She'll help with cooking too. Layla's a little bored.
You know what we'll do later? We're gonna go to Rockland on Thursday. That'll be fun.